of the order wrong, and my pita was like the saltiest Euro meat I've ever tasted. It was so weird. So we got a refund on that whole order, and then I got Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Oh baby, spicy chicken sandwich,
spicy with bacon, yo.
Oh man, yeah. All right.
Now, is that something you have to special order, or does that?
No, it's one of their things on the menu now. Is it's like their the jalapeno bacon hamburger, but it's on a chicken sandwich. Fascinating.
Do you guys get do you guys have muyas where you are? Is that a thing?
No, I don't know that. I don't know that.
This really good burger place up the street from us called Muyas, a chain down here.
Oh. So we have our really good burger place is Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it's a little generic, but it's fine. I mean, that's good too. It's fine.
Yeah. We
got the royalty that it's Muyas.
We got burger in the square.
What's that?
Go ahead, Mutt.
I just said we got burger in the square. That's pretty good.
So the one that is the best, though, if you really want the best, you don't go to Burger in the Square. You don't go to Five Guys.
Yeah.
There's a place called Farmburguesa, and it's a Colombian. It's a Colombian like burger place.
Yes.
And they are the absolute best burgers. And they have one called the Macho Cowboy, which I always get.
Yeah. I got it too. It is delicious, and I would definitely recommend that to anybody.
That's the only reason you order it too. Like the Macho Cowboy.
The Macho Cow. I was like,
you always like flex out.
I really don't want it, but I do wear my Macho Man shirt when I go in there because the guys always like laugh and they go, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
What is this place called again?
Yeah.
It's called Farmburguesa.
That sounds like a socialist burger place. Farmburguesa.
Yeah, it may be, but we still eat there and support it because they're making good burgers.
All right. No, that's fine. You want to support your causes, I'll support mine.
I'll tell you where I like to go. I'll tell you where I go around here to get me a good burger. It's this little hole-in-the-wall joint called Aces, AESY''. They've got the best diner burger around. It's just straight up off the grill diner burger, but they've won like best burger in town for like 3 or 4 years. It's really
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we just put Cal on the big screen here on the jumbotron?
Yeah, let me get him up there. Hold on a second.
What are you doing?
I want Cal on the jumbotron while he eats that sandwich.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There you
take
go.
a bite, Cal. Take a bite.
Swallow
it. Swallow that. Get it down.
All right. I'll relieve. You are relieved. All right, we've been live for a little while now.
So. Yeah, I like that it went live just as Cal was explaining how he had a salty pita and he didn't.
Yeah. I just wanted it to be kind of a nice soft opening for anybody watching, which I don't think there is, but hopefully.
You did great. Yeah, I'm sure there's not.
Yeah.
No one's watching. It's fine.
Yeah. So
we probably already got struck before you even started.
Yeah.
So let's set it up.
We said Wendy's.
Oh, that's true. You don't want to promote Wendy's right now, obviously, because they are the wrong.
What's off the table? Wendy's, Taco Bell,
Domino's.
Domino's.
And Jemima.
Everybody knows. Taco
Uncle
Bell's
Ben's rice.
Restaurants in the future. It's the only place you're gonna be able to get food is Taco Bell.
That's right. It's a fine dining, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's just like a couple dots on the plate and like a little slice of beef.
That is true.
I just watched. Did you guys ever see Idiocracy?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was quoting it and showing people clips at work today.
Yeah,
it's a little too accurate lately.
Oh, it's on the nose. It's on the nose if you look at Chop or Chaz. Oh my gosh,
it's incredible. That movie is still one of my all-time.
Yeah, definitely.
To this day, whenever it comes on, like Comedy Central or something like that, my wife's like, "Oh God, you're watching it again," and I'm like, "If it's on, I gotta watch it." Like that's just my rule. One of my rules to live by is if Idiocracy comes on the TV, you stop changing the channel and you watch it till it's over.
Yeah, my wife had never seen it, so we popped it in the other night, and
oh God,
she was more disturbed at how accurate it is.
Yeah,
she was a little bothered by it.
One of my favorite scenes is when what's his name? He's the most average guy in the world.
Luke Wilson.
Wilson,
but what's his name? And it doesn't matter.
Joe or something.
Yeah,
but-
Joe, I think.
something.
so like Joe goes to the doctor because he's like, I just keep like things are not adding up, and I can't figure out. And he's like looking at the date, and the doc's like, it says here you're effed up and
You're so whack.
you're still retarded.
He's like,
go
ahead.
You put this one in your mouth, you put this one in your ear, and you put this one in your butt. Wait.
He takes it out of his mouth like, hang on a minute, wait.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So
Thanks
good.
for starting us off classy. I appreciate that much. Yeah.
He likes the classic.
All right,
jokes.
So because Macho's on a tight timeline, he's got some waterworks to fight. We appreciate him.
Yep.
We appreciate him being with us anyway. I am your friendly neighborhood Mutt-Man. This is my channel. Welcome for anybody who watches this later or watches it soon. Here, hopefully. And I would like to introduce the Goon Squad. 6 a.m. To my right. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Mark Marianelli at 6 a.m. Comics. All right, there you go.
There you go. And you make video games.
I do the pictures. I do the video games. I do some sick beats.
Yeah.
Some fat rhymes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Musically inclined for
I
sure.
smack suckers down with my lyrical prowess.
Well, yeah.
They call me the Frega Killer.
Let's not get him back in here. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, please don't bring him in again. That's that was bad for everybody.
It was funny to have a bunch of Christians and then have Dan in here. It's like my ears are burning. What is happening?
Stop what you're doing. Stop it.
He set it off, as the kids say. He set it off.
He set it off.
He was lit.
I love Dan. I just don't.
I love Dan too. So,
love that talk.
Calificent, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Do it with the fry in your mouth.
Go ahead and eat the fry. Go ahead.
No, I'll wait.
Oh, that's one of those like soggy and salty ones too. Those are the good ones.
It is, and I'm using Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, what are you doing?
You put the Lord, get the Lord's chicken up in there.
Yeah.
You eat that raw, bare bones.
Too late.
I'm Cal. I'm Cal
Left it in the
Jameson.
tray too. All right.
I'm gonna leave it in. I'm Cal Jameson. I love Wendy's
Yeah.
and Chick-fil-A, and I love my beard, and I can't do like a Robertson beard. I'm finding out like it's like stopping. The length is like stopping.
You kind of got the KFC going on there.
It's nice.
Colonel Sanders.
It's nice.
Yeah. Thank you, honey. My wife brought me more Chick-fil-A sauce because I think she didn't think 3 packets was enough.
Yeah.
Shameful.
And that's
Good
who
on
I am.
everything. Cool. All right, Macho. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Macho, and I have a wet, leaky basement.
Yeah.
And I too love Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm the writer for Hero.
Yeah.
That Mutt will tell you a little bit more about Hero, and
Yep.
I have a cool 4-page comic coming out as soon as I can convince Mutt to letter it for me. And it's going to be pretty awesome. And that's pretty much what I do. I'm just kind of I'm an internet goofball, I guess. Is the best.
This is the first Mutt's hearing about that too. It looks like.
Yeah.
I'll letter it for you for free, man.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got a freebie from Cal. That's awesome.
I'm not bad. I can letter.
I've seen your
Let's
letters.
stick 'em out.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you very much, Cal, for saving me all that time and effort. Now, yes, Hero is the comic that Macho and I are working on. We're actually almost finished with it. It's actually at the printers.
done.
It's at the printer, man, right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to get the print proof in, I think, by the 20th, he said. So hopefully that'll be here sooner than the 20th, or at least by
Yeah,
then.
tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow it shows up. And when it does, we'll be making a little video about it, and everybody can kind of see what's going on with it. But yeah, it's getting done, and we're very excited. We're planning our signing and our packaging and all of that good stuff that we're going to do to get that book out to all the people that have backed us.
I have 200 Gemini mailers.
Yeah.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Right there. I can see them from here.
Are they
Right there.
underwater or are they above water currently?
Oh, please don't tell me they got
No. They're sitting on the Gemini mailers. Don't worry. They're sitting on all like my the family photos and baby pictures and stuff. So they don't get wet. I made sure that I put them on top of anything. Because like that's cardboard, right? Like you can't use cardboard after it gets wet.
No, sir.
So don't worry, the baby pictures, the family photo albums, all the war bonds, they're like making sure that it doesn't get wet.
That's smart. That's smart. Because the real investment.
I know.
Yeah.
I think about these things. Like I don't just let money go to waste.
Yeah.
He's not just a pretty face, folks.
I was really hoping when you popped on the stream here, you were going to be like cartoony, like in a thing of water with like a chair floating by, and like.
Guys, I have an indoor pool.
You see the Gemini mailers.
Yeah, but they have like they're on a buoy, so they're.
All right. So tonight we're going to jump back into our ongoing project. We have dubbed our new team the Drifters.
Oh, the Drifters. That's right. I thought you were going to say. So there's certain words.
What word?
Out of the way. No. Don't try to trick me because I'll screw it up. We can't say certain words on this stream because I said a certain word. I think it was me last time.
It was probably me. I say it like every 3 seconds. When
YouTube, you have like you have Tourette's for like that specific word. Need to say it. So we can't say it this time. So we had to change our name. But the Drifters is what we came up with. I like it.
This is some 1984 nonsense right here, telling us what we can name our comics.
I know it. What is going on in the world today? You can't even name a disease or a virus that is out there.
You're playing with fire right now.
You are. You're playing with that. My butt hurt a little bit when you said that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know right where the line is, and I'm not gonna go past it. But
give you a little shove.
Yeah. So what happened last week was, and Macho, why don't you throw your link for the last one in the chat?
It's not.
It still hasn't been approved.
They haven't approved it.
No, it's up to 26 minutes.
Oh,
okay. Hold on.
Yeah, where you got struck. First, it wasn't on there, but then they put it back up for the part that we did where you got struck.
All right.
But what we didn't know was that we were not live and we were on a roll.
That's one of the best we've done. Yeah,
it was. We were really killing it.
Yeah.
So we landed with this super team called the Drifters, and we kind of talked about how their misfit group brought together through a halfway house of some sort. They all have their problems and issues, and they're all strangely combined with one another to form this new super team. And let's kind of go through the team members real quick, and you guys can help me out.
Which we forget every week. Somebody writes down.
Well, I've got the names. I'm pretty sure I've got all the names.
There you go.
So this guy, let me just let me get it here. So this guy right here in front, this very handsome gentleman right here in front.
A little selfish to start with him, but okay.
Yep. He is he is the team leader, and his name is Bendlestick. His name is
Bendlestaff. I thought we were calling.
I'm sorry, Bendlestaff. And he is an ancient Celtic wizard who was put under a spell, and he
that was me.
Yeah, he was put under a spell, and he thought he was a hobo for many years. But then he was brought out of his spell, and he understood then that he was just he was the wizard and that he wasn't crazy. So he becomes the leader. We've got this very strange guy right here called Patient Zero. And without saying the words, he was infected by a super strain of
germs, of bad germs.
Yes.
Yeah, to treat it like you're talking to your kids. I had to tell my kids everything. Like, oh, there's bad germs out there. You're gonna get a cold. Don't get the germs. Wash your hands.
He has a 6 feet radius around him, which no one can get very close to. He has these cool and very effective nunchucks, which he uses to defeat his foes, and he can absorb and cast out as a weapon different forms of sicknesses. What have I missed?
Are the nunchucks effective? Aren't they within the 6 foot radius?
I don't know the answer to that question. We chose nunchucks as a group.
I mean, he can keep them, but he can't use them because nobody can get 6 feet of them.
Maybe the 6 feet radius thing can be just for the team members, not really for the enemies.
We'll need to think that one through, I think.
Well, like the team members have to stay at least 6 feet away from him, or they catch something. Right, but he wants to defeat enemies, so he doesn't mind if they get close. He'll mess them up.
Richer than 6 feet there to some of them.
That's true, but this is a promo shot, so you have to.
You should have him standing off in the distance.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the most awkward hero cover ever. Like he's just really in like an uncomfortable like visual spot for everybody.
Well,
off page a little bit.
His initial creation was felt like this a lot, very uncomfortable, kind of jammed in, you know. Just kidding. That was a joke. That was a flat joke.
No. It wasn't a joke. That was my character.
The next character we have to discuss is this guy right here. His name is Buffalo Phil. Now, you might think that Buffalo Phil is this guy here, but he's not. This is just a body. This is just a vehicle. Buffalo Phil is the spirit that's in this kabuki mask that is absorbing and moving around this current vehicle. So, he is an ancient, and I think our
he changed it a little bit last week.
Yeah, the new origin story for him is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember it, Matcha?
Yeah. So Buffalo Phil
is a guy named Phil from Buffalo,
as his friends call him. He was on vacation. He was doing all the tourist stuff, and he peed on an ancient urn. He was somewhere in Asia.
Yeah.
And the spirits of the ancestors trapped him. The spirits in that urn that were they trapped him on in this kabuki mask that's kind of floating over that head as like a form of punishment. But he doesn't have. He has some control over the world, but it's really limited to manipulating dead bodies.
Right.
And they just thought it would be because that way he can never really be with his like loved ones again, since he peed in their urn.
Yes.
And so he basically can raise the dead and use the corpse, and he's decided to use it for good. So that's it. That's Buffalo Phil.
Love that we're already on like the ultimate Buffalo Bill version or Buffalo Phil version before we've even established that.
Yeah. So okay, let's move on. This is this big female creature right here. Her name is Saison.
Saison.
She is a character who is an alien who arrived on our planet trying to escape from a war that was raging on her planet. When she arrived on our Earth, she discovered that her physical abilities would change depending on which seasonal environment she was in. So during the summer, she has a form. During the spring, she has a different form. During the fall, a different form. And during winter, a different form. So when she goes into a new climate, she literally changes into something or other. And this right here, I think, is the springtime climate. And she is hulked out, I believe is what we said.
She's a beautiful woman. Yeah.
Yeah. She gets more beautiful the bigger she gets.
A French beauty.
I can't remember what we said the name was of the dog, the sidekick.
Hold on. Do I have that? I wonder if I do.
You found it.
Finbar, the dog.
What was it?
Oh,
Finbar.
Finbar. That's right. Yeah.
And so the cool thing about Finbar is that nobody can hear him or know like he's able to like verbalize anything except for Bindlestaff. And
Yes.
the dog talks to him, but the team thinks he's crazy because he talks to the dog like a person. And so they legitimately think he's just a crazy, kooky wizard. And
Yes.
he dresses as a hobo but has this ultimate power. But yeah, Finbar the dog is like probably the smartest person on the team, but nobody knows it except Bindlestaff.
I like the idea of Bindlestaff hears them, but like the dog gives great advice, but he's always like, whatever, you're just a dog.
Yeah. So I think Bindlestaff has kind of a like superiority complex, and he needs to be the leader. So like he just like always discounts whatever Finbar says, even though Finbar is really the smartest person in the room.
We should have it so in their back in his prior life or whatever, he actually put a curse on the dog so nobody could hear him because he was threatened by him. He kept showing him up. So
That's so good.
Yeah, that's really good. So Finbar, does Finbar transform when Bindlestaff transforms? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's like Battle Cat for He-Man.
Right, he turns into a wolf that he can ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
Trusty's got a comment,
Okay.
and I'm so bummed he beat me to this. I was going to say we're in danger of a copyright strike from Naughty Dog for Saison, and he said, "Isn't Saison in The Last of Us 2?" Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh
No.
Don't,
No.
Okay, then
I don't think the name
viewer-
is Saison, but I understand the appearance.
yes,
That's what,
there's a
you
character.
shouldn't have said the name of the game. Now we're in danger.
Oh no! Trusty said it first. I blame Trusty.
Well, we can look.
Dang it, Cal.
We'll do
Go
it.
back to eating your sandwich.
It's gone. I just have fries now.
Eat the fries. Oh,
Fine.
you're gonna ruin them with your Chick-fil-A sauce. Who goes to Chick-fil-A and doesn't get the Polynesian sauce?
Dude,
Oh.
they
Come
give
on.
me that's all they give me now. These are from like a few months ago. I asked for barbecue Polynesian. I asked for
Let me tell you
ranch
that,
Polynesian.
have you guys tried the honey roasted barbecue? They come in like the packet's more like ketchup.
No.
Yeah, that's really good.
That stuff is very good.
Yeah.
No.
See, I always want to try different ones, but it's like a rare occasion when you go there for us. We don't go to the fast foods as often anymore, and I feel like I can't waste my decision. Like I want to go with what I trust. I feel like if I get something new, I just ruin my weekly trip to Chick-fil-A.
It's really hard to beat.
No, you gotta try the sweet sriracha sauce. That is the jam.
That's good too.
I like them all except for ranch. Ranch is for like
It's ranch.
just absolute messed up people. Like you're crazy if you eat ranch, but all the rest of them are delicious.
What do you put the ranch on from Chick-fil-A?
Nothing because it's garbage. Ranch is
Thank
garbage.
you. Amen.
It's the worst. I know I need to tell you guys a story really quick. And so my kids have ruined ranch for me. Not just ranch the dressing, but ranch like Cool Ranch Doritos. Because kids they like to they like to eat ranch, and like I don't know if your kids are like mine, but they'll like put it up.
Do we have the soapbox?
They'll dip ranch with their fingers and like lick it off their fingers and stuff, right? So like as a young child, they like smell like rancid ranch. And rants. So it made me sick to just smell it, and I hated it. And it's only gotten worse as the years have gone by. Well, about 6 months ago, my younger daughter, thank you for the macho soapbox, she was eating something with ranch, and so my wife was like, "Oh, Daddy wouldn't kiss you with ranch on his face. She wouldn't." And I was like, he's like, "How much do you think your dad loves you, or whatever?" I was like, "Fine, you can kiss me. I love you that much. You can kiss me right here, and you can put ranch on my cheek." So she does it, and there's ranch on my cheek right here, right? Yeah. I'm like,
look, it's not about if you love them. You're teaching them a lesson.
Yeah. So
don't kiss people with ranch on your mouth. It's not a.
And it took everything in me not to just slap the absolute crap right out of it, but let her kiss me. And so I get a paper towel and I wipe the ranch off. Well,
I just clicked it.
I'm turning to talk to her, and I have like my mouth open, and she has ranch in her mouth. She's still eating on her lips and like on her nose, everything, and she sneezes, and it goes.
Throw up, dude. Come on.
It was in my mouth. It was on all over my face, on my shirt, like it was misted and covered me.
Oh, come on.
And it took everything I had not to vomit. So I like gently, I put her down. I'm not forcefully because I'm not mad at her. It was an accident.
Don't be mad at her.
I immediately went upstairs, brushed my teeth, and got in the shower, burned the clothes that I had on. And like, I mean, it was just like one of those like shower scenes, like where somebody, you know, something truly awful's happened.
Ace
Like,
Ventura.
and I just did that for about like a couple hours until the hot water ran out. So anyway,
When you talk about your clothes, I picture like Old Testament, like people tearing their robes, like ah.
And then I set it on fire right in my room. My carpet is ruined, and because I couldn't like get it outside. I just burned it right there. And that's why I hate ranch, everybody.
Well, we understand.
You could say it's a ranchid.
Huh? Yeah, I definitely understand.
Absolutely.
You made Cal go throw up.
Yeah, he's barfing right now.
He's gonna go get some ranch and lick it off his fingers right now.
The worst stuff ever created. Anyway.
Everything.
Right.
Can we just establish everything children do is disgusting?
They're terrible.
Anything involving food is disgusting when a child's involved.
It's awful. Yeah.
I won't share bags of chips with them. I won't share Cheetos with them.
No, absolutely not.
If their hands, because I know where those fingers go. They're in the nose and their mouth and their ears and their toes. No, you stay away from my bag of chips.
Yep.
Don't touch me either.
Oh, if somebody has Doritos on their hands or whatever, no, I don't play. Wet wipes, or you don't touch me.
My 2-year-old likes to feed me his food, which makes you want to throw up.
Yeah, that's awful.
And I try to do you throw it away, but like he catches me now. He's like
he's watching the game.
He sees it. So he has another one ready to go when I do that. He's like, oh, that's okay, Dad. I have this one for you.
If you like it,
you can have this goldfish. Like, oh,
awesome, thanks.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you guys.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, look at that. Happy Father's Day.
Let me change. Let me get my banner out of there. Sorry. All right, it's over. It's over, right?
This is why we have no viewers.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Trusty, for sticking with us.
Thank you, Trusty. Trusty's the only one.
It's because he's our trusty sidekick.
Yeah. But he's watching multiple streams, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, we're muted.
He's half in right now. We appreciate
he saw Cezanne and was just trying to get us struck immediately.
All right, so we'll have to work on that. Might be a new name in the works, but Cezanne for now.
No, I don't think the name is.
Oh no, it's not the name. No.
He was referring to the physique.
Oh, okay. Look at the character. Got it.
Mm.
I'll have to look into it. Maybe a color change of some kind or something.
No.
We're totally joking.
We're good.
It's just the character is just a very muscular, masculine-looking female.
Stop. We're gonna just stop. Don't bring it up anymore. Just stop now.
Yeah.
I want to get past 30 minutes this week if we can.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's please make it. All right, so
it still says live. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we're still good, I think. Yeah.
I love how nobody noticed that it switched from live to ended.
I know.
At any given point during
hours. We went hours after that. We just kept on going, having a good time. All right, so so then the last character, well, not the last character, next to last character is Short Fuse. Short Fuse is a small person.
Good terminology. Nice.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm trying to clean.
You're growing as a person.
I'm trying to clean up my act.
Change his name to PC Mutt.
Yeah. So he's a small person. He's a small Caucasian person, not a person of color, unfortunately. But he is a genius with when it comes to machinery. But we decided last week that he would be a person who would kind of put rubbish together and kind of be like
he's like Oscar the Grouch, except with except he can build like mechs and crazy machines out of them.
Yeah. He can with a toaster and a refrigerator, he can build a small mech device.
Yeah.
You know, so like he's the kind of guy that you want on your team for tech purposes. He can kind of make something out of anything.
Somebody said maybe a homeless forge.
Yeah, homeless forge. Yeah, a midget homeless forge.
Yeah, except don't say that word. Little person.
Sorry, a small homeless Oscar the Grouch.
Why is it I'm the behaved one this week? What is going on here?
All right, so then I can't remember the name of our speedster.
Hold on, I got it. I think. It's Weezer.
Weezer, thank you.
Weezer.
Yeah, asthmatic. He's our asthmatic speedster. So he revs up and charges up with his asthma inhaler, and he can run very, very fast for very small periods of time.
Yeah, basically when he's going fast.
Well, he can run.
Oh, you proceed.
Go ahead.
Sir.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, when he's going fast, it's still real time. Like it affects him. If he runs a mile, it will affect him as though he ran a mile. So he will be incredibly winded and maybe won't even make it the full mile while he's going super fast.
He can do it very fast, but it takes the same toll, right?
Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Right. Yeah, so he's a guy who is very valuable in a team for about 30 seconds to a minute. You know,
right.
And then he's got then he needs to take a rest and take his inhaler. So that's our team right there. And then today's is that we're going to kind of jump back in the assignment of creating a villain.
Yeah.
So we had talked about our character Cezanne had a sister who was following her to Earth. Remember that?
This stuff you guys haven't heard, if the two that are watching, since our stream died last week. So you have not heard this part. This is something we came up with after my stream got struck.
Strucken.
Yes. So this character would be a very powerful alien, and then her sister's power would sort of be like Cezanne's power, except that it would be more extreme and harder to control, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
She could affect the weather.
Yes.
Cezanne was affected by weather.
Okay, yeah.
I believe that's what it was.
Okay, so that's our distinction. And then we're kind of in the process of like, okay, if we want to actually do something with it, make a story out of it, what could we do? Is this the character that we want our team to fight, our first adventure? Or do we want to maybe come up with somebody else? Or what do you guys think?
I think maybe she is what is perceived as the threat, but I think somebody else is pulling the strings.
Oh, all right.
Already a layer within a layer.
I call for the Mutt, the dog.
Finbar.
Finbar is the genius behind.
It's an elaborate plan to get them to listen to him.
You can end on like a sitcom, heartwarming moment with the piano playing in the background. Just wanted you to know this, me.
Let's see.
Well, we kind of the initial things we discussed were that.
Good one, Trusty. That was a good one. Under the boardwalk.
Yeah. So the initial thing that we discussed was that this female, the sister of Cezanne, was basically trying to kill her because she needed to kill her it was like a Highlander thing. She needed to kill her, so that she could get her power and become the most powerful person in their race, and therefore the rightful ruler. And Cezanne is kind of like
she had already killed like 3 or 4 of the siblings.
Right, that's right. That's why she's so powerful. She's already killed like 3 or 4 of the other siblings. Right. I kind of dig that, man, and I like the idea of like our first big bad being a female, very powerful rage monster.
Yeah, I mean, I think this story will be actually pretty fun.
It hits all the PC
Yeah, I
notes.
mean, I
You have
think yeah, right.
a strong female protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah.
Well, and Cezanne, I think Cezanne is probably somebody who really just wants peace. You know, like the reason she ran away and doesn't want to fight is because she just wants to be left alone. She becomes powerful by coming here, but she does not want to have to fight. And so I think that she could be a major character for the first story arc because it's her sister. But then she could go into the background. You could highlight another character, going forward pretty easily.
I like it.
Yeah, and the whole theme of the team. Look at that, sick rhymes again. Theme of the team was all homeless people.
Maybe good.
You know.
Yeah, it's homeless.
It's all homeless people. It's all.
She's homeless because she left her planet.
Yeah.
She ran away.
Yeah, I like the idea that these guys are living in a halfway house. And I think there should be maybe we need like not Aunt May, but like an Aunt May type that is the caretaker of the halfway house.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Team Mom and like make sure everybody's okay. But then they're all taking off and going on adventures or whatever, and whatever this caretaker, they're left behind. But while these guys are saving the universe or whatever, saving the world.
Yeah. I also like the idea that somebody has to share a tiny room with Patient Zero in that social bubble. Makes their quarters really cramped.
It's Finbar.
The way Finbar gets screwed. Whoa!
I mean, I just kind of just spitballing, but long hair, headdress, kind of like a Miss Marvel. I mean, not Miss Marvel, but Jean Grey.
Oh
yeah.
Crazy wings that are kind of like part of the costume, part of her physique.
Sweet.
So power that kind of exudes from them, and maybe just like that's just
I like that. That's
generic format, but we can kind of I'll keep working from it.
Can their headquarters be like a cardboard box that's like the Doctor Who?
It's like a Harry Potter tent. You go into the cardboard box, and it's like this big room.
But it's like the whole place is just made of cardboard. Is the best you could.
Yeah.
Finbar is an all-powerful wizard. He could conjure any sort of, illusion or.
Yeah, but he's crazy, so he made a cardboard box.
It would be really funny if everything was still like refrigerator boxes and stuff, like had the labels on it and things like that.
Oh man, yes. And it's always moist down there, so the cardboard's always like.
That would be like a nightmare to draw. I feel like.
You just have a tan background and little moldy spots everywhere.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not the one drawing it. I don't care. Someone can do it.
We're gonna get this story figured out, and we're gonna have all these ideas, and somebody's gonna make the mistake of like agreeing to do it. And then all four of us are going to be giving them advice on stuff, and they're going to be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I'm like, listen,
we'll get Mutt to do it.
Don't listen to Macho. Here's what you do: just draw a huge galaxy. We want to see all the planets. Make sure you got all the planets in there, and then put this meteor in there. And we want all the detail on the people too. Very small.
I love the idea that we all tell the artist different things at different times and get mad when it's different. What are you doing?
Who told you to do this?
And when he confronts the other one just claims I didn't say it. Like, no, I didn't tell you to do that.
All right. So, Margax, is that Margox?
Oh, yeah, Margox. She gets mad. Everybody calls her Margot or something.
Yeah, her name is oh, yeah, that's what it is. Spelled Margot.
Everybody calls her Margot. It's like, it's Margox.
Margox. Like, whatever, Margo.
I thought you guys would start remembering it once we started looking at stuff.
It's coming back a little bit now.
Coming back.
All coming back.
Back to me now.
Are you drawing, Mutt, or are you like?
I am drawing. Yes.
Okay, cool. So we got
clipping his toenails right now.
Yeah, right. We got Ben the Staff. We got Russell Phil, Patient Zero, Hot Short Fuse, Weezer, Finbar, and Margox. The evil
Margox
villain.
So Margox is the first villain, and she is like what is like. I feel like we need to come up with kind of a big ending and then kind of work back. How do you feel about that, Cal?
Yeah, that's one of the ways to do it.
Oh, I can see that.
No. I mean, I like that. I like that way. I think that's one of the good ways to do it. Is what I meant.
Okay.
There's some bad ways, but I think, I think one of the ways I come up with stories is coming up with a cool ending and then reverse engineering it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
let's start with this. Does Cezanne successfully kill Margox, or does she let her live?
I feel like it's not. I feel like the character of Cezanne is not a killer.
Yeah.
Like
I like the idea that she accidentally gets killed by somebody, like they let her live, but then like I don't know, the social bubble like pushes her off a cliff or something stupid, or
Weezer accidentally runs into her really hard.
He can't stop himself.
Yeah,
he can't stop himself.
Yeah, well, maybe
or Finbar has a heel turn, and
I was gonna say like Finbar is so distraught that nobody listens to him, and he has told everybody the entire book on how to defeat her. There's like a very like easy, like comically easy loophole to defeat her, and nobody listens to the whole thing, and they fight this whole fight, and then at the end he loses it.
Well, here's the thing: if killing one of those sisters, you absorb their power, he could potentially kill Margox and get the ability to speak.
Yeah,
but nothing else. He just gets the ability to talk.
I think in issue 2. In issue 2, Short Fuse has rigged some sort of thing so Finbar can speak out of like Mutt said, a toaster in a trash can or an old refrigerator or something. So he's like talking out of this thing, and everybody gets tired of him telling them how to do everything, so they destroy it, so they don't have to do it.
I like if she gets more powerful as Cezanne gets weaker, right? So the battle could go on. There could be a moment where she is sort of like right at the edge of death, or right at the edge of losing her life and power source. And then Margox is at that point ultimately powerful, but not quite at her, final form, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But she's powerful enough to where she sees the end. She's gloating, doing the supervillain thing. Yeah. And then something happens because of the amount of power that she's absorbed. Like maybe the Earth fights against her and treats her like a virus of some kind and tries to destroy her.
Yeah, say that word. If the Earth is treating her like a germ, we're going to say germ. Mm-hmm. Then Patient Zero, doesn't he have the ability to heal sick things or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a kind of a good idea. Like maybe Patient Zero has the final delivering death.
What about so let's reverse a little bit. What if? You could absolutely do it that way. I was thinking, what if the Earth is getting damaged because of Margox, right? That's what she's doing, is she's absorbing the power from the Earth. That's what's taking the power away from Cezanne. Like it's shifting so much or whatever, she's not able to really get a good, she can't get a grasp on her power. So Patient Zero is able to absorb the pain or whatever it's doing to the Earth, and give Cezanne the power to combat her sister.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. You're like, right? Amen. Right? Can I get a hallelujah?
Can you put the team up again? I want to look at the team while I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There they are.
Look at that. Beautiful. You gonna color it too?
I think Johnny Fitz, that's in the chat, who's been a big supporter. I think he's going to give it a shot. I think he's going to try to color.
He's gonna give it a go. Right on.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, we have a new viewer named Ara Jelinian.
So I think Ara's been in before.
Okay.
If my memory serves me. So appreciate you coming back as well.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy.
So I think Margox needs to have an answer for each one of our heroes in some way.
Yeah.
Like Thanos does. If you're thinking about comparing,
she can probably short out short fuses mechanics.
Yeah.
He's not much of a match for her because of his abilities are pretty terrestrial, and she can pretty much deal with him pretty easily. I feel like.
I like the idea of they each come at her pretty confident with their version of saving the world, and then she kind of bats him down.
Yeah,
it's the classic we're stronger together.
Yeah.
Buffalo Phil's has a horde of dead bodies or something, and Patient Zero's trying his thing, and Bindlestaff and Finbar are doing their
just fighting each other.
They're arguing about lunch or something like that.
I love the idea of the whole comic. We're talking about what a great wizard he is, and he doesn't do anything the whole.
Yeah,
he just argues with the dog.
I just like the idea that they're kind of like a married couple because they've been together so long. He hears the dog so nobody can hear him, so he's just arguing with the dog. I think it would just be comedy gold.
He never accomplishes anything.
So Johnny says he's going to have it ready by his birthday next week.
Oh, cool!
Happy early birthday,
man.
That's really
happy
cool.
Birthday.
Don't rush it. If you don't rush it, if you need some more time or whatever,
we're very clearly not on a deadline.
We're not.
No, and that's why this is fun and cool because we're just
having fun, man. So no pressure at all.
I keep looking at Cal. Looks like he's ready to crack the whip on deadlines. He's got the Indiegogo set up already. The mailing list.
He finished his Wendy's, and now he's ready to crack some heads.
Oh dang!
Trusty said, Aura is an Alterna Comics fan club all-star. That's cool.
Right
so
on.
Aura, I'm gonna hopefully Trusty and I are trying to get this little 4-pager in Alterna. So we'll see. I hope that you're able to read it there, and I hope you like it. Try to get it done soon.
Nice.
Be cool. Yeah. So Weezer, what would he even be able to do against this lady? He'd run really fast, around her.
Comedy relief. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, she has since she has elemental powers or whatever, she maybe gusts some wind in from the deep south, and it's just full of pollen, and he just can't breathe.
Oh, my asthma!
And he's
Wait, is he Jewish?
Inhaler.
An old Jewish guy.
He's blowing the inhaler out of his hand.
Yeah, right.
Could she make the air really what's Colorado really dense? Is that what it is?
Dry, isn't it dry?
Yeah, dry. Isn't it you go there? It's the altitude, so the air is really thin.
Oh, it's high
Definitely.
altitude, so less oxygen in the air.
Yeah, she can screw with the oxygen.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I think we don't put any limits on what Margox can do.
Ooh. Right.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations she's kind of discovering on the fly what she can do.
Okay, cool.
Because
I try to come up with some notes as well.
Yeah, she's very powerful, but she really doesn't know what she can do in the earth.
It's like a Man of Steel when the Kryptonians.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Just figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Can we work in a scene where Cezanne eats Margox? Just kidding. I was reading Old Man Logan. Have you guys read that?
Oh, I've read
Yes.
some of that. Yeah.
And when
That's how he beats Hulk, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't he eat him or something?
Hulk eats Logan, and then Logan like slashes his way out of him, and yeah, it's one of the coolest scenes in comics, man. So good.
That whole book is really good.
Yeah. I just was looking. I'm looking at Cezanne, going, "Yeah, she could eat somebody."
Well, if she keeps growing, like in springtime, that's her like, she keeps growing and becoming hulked out and powerful. Maybe she can just like, who knows? I like the idea of doing that. And then like punches right through her chest.
Yeah. Oh, what we got?
Just a little, just moving a little bit.
Oh,
Cool.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Jean Grey kind of.
Can you give yourself the full screen here and?
We'll just.
Come on, Boomer. There he is.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Yeah, very nice. Look at that.
Margox.
I am Margox.
Like, well, they call her Margot, and she gets all pissed off.
How dare you?
Yeah.
She talks like Storm all the time.
I like that element. I like that element.
There's nothing on that page.
There you go. Now you get it.
I like that elements are sort of like either making this web behind her.
Uh-huh.
It's like
forming.
it's like forming from the elements of the earth.
Cool.
I dig that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the thing, like little pieces are coming together, almost like Magneto might use. But it's so
Yeah.
Love it.
so she's just drawing it forth, to kind of like clothe her and make her like the form she wants to be. So at first she could be worried about like, yes.
No, you're good. Go on.
At first she could be kind of almost worried about her beauty, like she could be vain, and that could be like a downfall, maybe, like she wants to sort of like Lucifer wants to enthrone herself on the earth, and it's her vanity is her downfall.
Yours was much deeper. I was thinking, like, remember in Aladdin when Jafar wants to be a genie?
Yeah, that works too.
I guess yours is a little deeper.
Yeah.
Jafar.
Remember the kids' cartoon with the genies?
No, but that's what we ought to go for, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
But how do they? Okay, so like we've kind of discovered the ending, which is that she is defeated by the Earth with the focused effort of Patient Zero.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody kind of pitches in somehow towards the end.
Yeah.
Maybe we could pull a fastball special and have Cezanne throw Patient Zero up at her in the sky.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Just because I want to draw a fastball special.
I'm 100% in favor of a fastball special.
Did Dan not let you do
like
a fastball special in Hero?
No, we haven't. We'll get it in there. It hasn't happened yet.
Shameful.
But so maybe, like I said, the Earth is damaged because she's taking the elements away to enshrine herself or whatever, and that's what Patient Zero. It's like throw me into the atmosphere. Like I can fix this. They're like, no, you'll die. You'll die if you try to heal the Earth. And he's like, no, I can do it.
I like the idea that she's like, you'll die, and then Buffalo Phil's getting like all excited that he's gonna have a new corpse.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, do it.
No. Buffalo Phil should be disgusted by him.
Oh.
But Buffalo Phil could be like, I don't want nothing, like, because if he was a body, he'd be,
all Jeremy.
he'd have the C word all over him.
Ew.
So many meanings.
That's awful. That's awful.
Anybody watching not realizing why we're censoring ourselves is
Yeah.
We
Right.
can't.
why would
We can't say the C
like
word.
what is his power again?
We not say the C word, everybody, because I got struck last time, and they still haven't put my video back up.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's only 2 people that watch this regularly, so they already know what the C word is that we're talking about.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we need to figure out. So I think what we need to figure out. Well, we got that she's ultimately defeated by her sister with the help of her friends. Right? Okay, we got that. We need to figure out the foil, like for each of the characters.
How does she decimate? She needs to absolutely decimate the team.
Well, and they're all elemental.
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say so it's all elemental. So for like short fuse, maybe she like causes salt or something to like corrode his
that's a good one.
His outfit, or maybe for Buffalo Phil, she like heats him up or something, and like his corpse gets all bloaty and nasty or something. I don't know.
I mean, she could just keep freezing his bodies.
And he's pretty much useless, and he's like, "Dang it!"
I like that.
So
little staff probably has that little stack of his is full of like dead bodies, but inside of like another.
It's his like
Doctor Who thing.
It's his pocket dimension, and he can just pull whatever he wants out of it. Like he can fit anything in his spindle staff bag. He'll pull out like just another body for Phil, and he's like, "Phil, don't let this one freeze." And he like
everyone's like, "Where do you keep getting these bodies from?"
Yeah.
We should call it his bindle sack, or is that a different thing?
Bindle sack. Yeah, it could be his bindle sack.
I like it.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
I'm full of great ideas. I swear.
I'm a writer.
I think on my feet, not.
Oh, the bindle sack. Oh, we have to call it that. Or he has to call it that, and everybody gets really disturbed by it every time he says it.
Yeah.
Let me reach into my bindle sack.
Yeah, he should get offended when they call it a bindle sack. But I looked it up, and it's technically a okay term to use for a bindle, which is the bag and the stick.
Huh.
All right. Bindle sack it is.
Bindle sack.
I got one.
Yeah. He's like, "You don't want me pulling out the bindle sack now, do you?"
They'll be like, "Ew, what is that?" And he's like, "No, it's the bag."
I think it might be funny if he was kind of stuck in an old world mentality. Do you think that might be funny if Bindlestaff?
But he looks like he lives at a truck stop right now.
Yeah, he's dressed like that, but when he talks, like if someone were to talk to him, they would think
he's like, like he talks. Yeah. He's like, "Thou shalt not."
Well, more like a Celt, like old Celtic.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that would be pretty funny. It'd be a good,
Or Gaelic. You call it Gaelic? What do you say?
Gaelic sounds right.
Yeah.
How do you write that accent in written word?
You put at the beginning of the book, you put those little triangles around it, and then you write a little thing down at the bottom that says "from Gaelic."
Oh.
I found the president of Ireland speaking in Gaelic.
Let's hear it.
Hold on. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'll try. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Bannatína féle Padraig chlán mhór góndan na Gael, sa bhaile agus fut na crinne, lá náisiúnta ceir a hen. Tá rimid Bannatína féle Padraig chur gach duine, atá páirte a Gaeliera na bliana seo, is cum a ceacu an Éireann nó Harsalia tá siad.
Can he have that voice too?
No one would ever understand if he was
doing
full Gaelic. We'd have to do just the accent.
Yeah. Just the accent.
Although that's an extra level of weirdness if he always has that language that he's speaking to, and he's always saying it to the dog angrily.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great idea. Let's add that in.
Speaks Gaelic to the dog.
Yeah.
There you go.
Angrily.
You're gonna have to you're gonna have to use Google Translate and add that crap in.
Oh yeah.
And then real Gaelic speaking person's just gonna get mad.
That's right. Yeah.
Patient Zero, doesn't he have when he heals people, it hurts him or something?
Yeah, he absorbs it.
So she could just be launching germs at him constantly and making him deplete himself.
Well,
I think his big moment is
germs.
when
I don't know how you do that with weather, but she does something that he's like having to constantly heal something.
Well, he can also take away injuries, right? Isn't that true?
Yeah, he's the healer, I guess. Kind of.
So like he can absorb. Like if somebody gets hurt, he can actually he can be the person that's kind of like continually recharging Saison.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
and like that was the whole thing. Like he tries to heal the earth by like absorbing the sickness or the plague that she's like releasing, right?
Yeah.
Like
We're going
Trusty.
serious. Go ahead.
Trusty Sidekick, he doesn't like to have his Bendelsag Gaelic.
Oh my god. who among us?
Nah, nobody.
I think we're getting a little too deep on some of this stuff.
Yes, apologies.
Sorry.
What were you going to say, Cal? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, I was just saying we're going full Captain Planet on this thing.
Yeah.
He's a hero. Healing the earth with our efforts. We're going Greta Thunberg on this thing.
Oh no! Don't do that. Don't be like that.
Hey,
We're parodying it.
We should call. Oh my gosh, that's funny. We should have the
Okay.
evil woman's name again?
Margox.
We should have Margox say "How dare you" many times.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Like make her like this. Make her this impetulant, childish, just like Greta.
I should
just
probably,
use Greta.
how
We
dare
might-
you. I should be in
Let's give her a braid on the side.
Yeah.
I'm giving her a braid. I'm giving her a braid.
Give her a braid.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Put it in
She's
there.
got
It's going to be that way.
She's got a Greta braid going.
Greta Braid. Can we call her? Can her full name be Margox Greta Braid? Is that it? Margox.
I love
braid.
it.
Margox Greta braid.
Oh man. But just Greta braid needs to be one word
Yeah,
Greta Braid.
exactly.
all mushed together.
Throw some apostrophes in there or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Margox Greta Braid.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I love how these aliens have so delightfully normal Earth names. Like, not that Greta Braid's an Earth name, but it's the combination of two Earth names.
Yeah.
Well, it's like how like a human could actually try to pronounce it. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If we didn't get struck before, we're gonna get struck now.
That's all right. We made it in an hour.
Yeah, right.
Nobody likes Greta. Are you kidding me? Even the people that believe in what she believes in don't like her.
Yeah, she would be a hard person to like, I believe.
Here's the braid.
She is.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Yeah.
Like there's an action pose there, like you know,
I
like that's where there's like almost like a halo effect around that outside.
Nice.
You know,
Look at that. Beautiful.
it's kind of coming in. It's coming into focus.
Trusty said Margox Thunderberg.
I like Greta braid.
I think it's two plain words that mash together, and it sounds kind of like Greta braid.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, it sounds alien. Greta braid.
Greta braid.
Yeah.
Margox Greta Braid.
So okay, so what are the like? Tell me, we need some boundaries almost. Like we need to know like boundaries for the story, so we can kind of get into on the track, so to speak. You know,
Boundaries.
Yeah, like what are our borders? Because we kind of go all over the place a little bit, but if you put up some borders for yourself creatively, then you can kind of you actually do better. You know what I'm
Heck
saying?
yeah.
Well, I guess we should probably figure out why they're living together in the first place. But
Well, I think they're bound to the halfway house. I think that's one good boundary. Like for whatever reason, they have to be there. We can make up a reason, or we can just leave it unsaid. But creatively speaking, they are bound to this place and maybe this caretaker person. Maybe it's the caretaker person that binds them together, like Dan was saying.
Yeah,
I
think it's gonna be like the mom.
Yeah.
and who's that going to be?
Do you think that Greta Braid could kill the caretaker? Or do you think the caretaker should always be there, kind of like the Aunt May that keeps it all kind of coming back home every?
Keep her around for a while.
We should name her Aunt Jemima. And now that there's no Aunt Jemima syrup.
We're free of copyright rights.
Yeah,
Well,
we can use it now.
Well, it was nice. It was nice. I had a good time, guys. I really did.
It will never be on my channel again.
Just keep watching it. Just keep watching it and see when we go off.
We're gonna have to keep sharing this around on different people's channels just to be able to stream because we keep getting struck.
That's not hot button enough. It's the other thing is
she could be Wendy.
It's because of misinformation. Wendy Jemima.
Wendy Jemima.
Well, she could just be Wendy, and she's just like she's just Wendy.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
good.
Everybody knows her as Wendy, and Wendy takes care of them.
Yeah, Wendy takes care of them, and she's just Wendy, so there's no last name.
You don't need to know. You don't need to know anything about her other than that she like manages the halfway house that all these homeless superheroes live in.
Yeah.
Fine, it's just Wendy in the comic, but we know it's Wendy Jemima.
You heard it here, everybody. Those of you that are watching.
Confirmed canon.
Confirmed canon.
Yeah.
Look,
how nervous Bud is getting right now.
Cal's writing it down.
He looks
Wendy Jemima.
He gets nervous when they start going. There you go, you guys. That's enough. We don't need to.
Yeah. Why is Weezer? Why is he homeless?
He used to let's say he had some kind of career doing something physical. Right.
What if he's got what if he's actually got a drug problem?
He's addicted to his asthma medication.
What if he? Oh, I got an idea. What if he was? What if he was an inhaler? You know what I mean? Like, and he inhaled. He was addicted to inhalants, and so he inhaled something crazy, and that's what made him fast.
Crazy glue.
Ooh.
But it messed up his lungs, and so that's why he has to have the inhaler.
Oh,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so he inhales like yeah. Like maybe there's some some kind of chemical plant that throws out chemicals, and he's just walking through the alleyway scratching himself.
The planet affected something, some kind of chemical in whatever it was he was snorting. I don't know, inhaling.
Yeah. Johnny Fitz, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate it, buddy, and have a good evening.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Take it easy, man. And what if like somebody? So this is just like this isn't gonna make it. This part's not gonna make it into the comic. But what if, for his origin, what if it was so somebody stole something from a chemical plant? Like maybe it's they live in the alleyway. Maybe the chemical plant, like somebody threw something away, and he finds it. It's an inhaler that gets like dumped into the streets where they live. They're just like dumping crap, and he finds it. And he has this inhalant problem, and he takes it, and then that's when he gets changed over.
Is there an actual thing, inhalant addiction?
Oh
Is
yeah, like
People Oh,
absolutely.
He used to do whippets, which are the little like
whippets, but
CO2 cartridges that go in
like
cream to make like fresh whipped cream,
Mhm.
and he would like crack them and just turn the thing up and inhale it over and over again.
What?
And it would basically asphyxiate his brain, and it would be like a high.
Remember that night at the Roxbury? That was a thing they did with the whipped cream containers.
Yeah, people do that.
But Steve-O, I watched a documentary, and he literally almost kills himself all the time, or he used to. I think he's
Steve-O. He had it.
What's that? Yeah, Steve-O. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
people huff gases, and they do huff glues and stuff.
I saw something. There are these kids that were in a third world country, and they're like literally huffing paint, and their faces are all painted, like under their nose are all like stained colors because they were doing it for spray paint, and they're like basically vegetables now.
Yeah.
They like
Oh man.
destroy their brain, which is really sad, but it is something people do all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I took a
when you do it.
See, me and Macho are from the streets, see, and that's how we know these kinds of things.
Stuff, man. We've seen stuff.
You guys don't want to live in the places we've had to live in. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing, Macho.
Yes. Trusty says maybe he needs to inhale something to slow down.
That's interesting.
Ooh, man.
Slowing down is the problem, though. I think the problem is he doesn't get to speed up enough.
I like that he's limited by the distance that an average man can jog or run. He can just do it really fast.
It's really unimpressive. It just happens a little quicker.
Yeah.
Like he runs up
like
the stairs,
he's good.
Like dead by the time he gets to the top.
But like he's good for a couple of crime bosses. You know what I mean? Like he could get rid of a couple of guys in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he's useful. He's limited.
He's out of commission once he does one amazing feat. He's like, I'm out.
Basically, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my asthma.
All right. So So what other limitations do you think, Cal? What kind of limitations should we have
on the story?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to come up with limitations without having at least a basic skeleton outline.
Okay. Well, that's why we've invited you here today. Because you're definitely going to know a lot more about that than we do. So please help us, guide us.
So, I mean, if the first story arc, we actually don't want world saving in the first story arc.
Okay.
Because there's nowhere to go from there.
Yeah.
So, I guess the first limitation would be scope. Like Margox can't be threatening the whole planet. Like we're talking about the Earth fighting back, kind of a thing. Like, I think I'd shy away from that. Because like I said, if this is a cool thing and people dig it and we want to keep going, they save the Earth in the first story arc.
I like the idea that these heroes, it's like an amazing save the Earth victory to start off, and after that, it's just petty crimes that they're fighting.
Yeah, well, you could go backwards. They're like
what if they're like saving the halfway house because Margox shows up looking for a Saison, and she's like, they're like really upset that they're like messing up the halfway house.
Or like any issue after that, any plotline, they're always referencing. Remember the time we saved the world?
Yeah. That's funny. If we're going with pure comedy on this, then that actually is a funny way to go. If they save the world for their first thing, and then they never get past saving the city after that, that's pretty funny.
After that, they're always getting their butts kicked.
Yeah,
I saved the world.
That's actually really funny.
And no one believes them because they're a bunch of homeless guys rambling about saving the world. I saved the world from an evil alien.
I think it'd be even better if they like save the world on accident, and then after that when they actually are doing some things, nobody's impressed anymore because they can never really save the world like they used to.
Right.
I like keeping it. I like keeping the scope down. So let's do. If we like Margot as the villain, then she's coming after Cezanne. It could be a pretty localized, battle. So yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. What else?
Their 5 minutes of fame on the news, and they ask them what their superhero team name is, and they don't have one yet. And so then they just kind of get forgotten about because they never had a name.
Well, no, some it could easily be like it's. I don't know. These guys are just a bunch of drifters that came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So what else? So limit on scope, and then what else?
I don't know. I mean, if we're just dealing with the first story arc,
yeah,
you need to have them either meeting or have them already established in their halfway house.
Yeah. Okay. So does scope include the origin of each person, or do we just kind of do?
I think personally, I would rather them already be formed somewhat, right, and then they do this thing, and they could be explored later on. But I kind of like the idea of them already living together and sort of like being comfortable, and like some people are grumpy because other people like don't clean their dishes up or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I think that stuff is good, and we just start off and they're already at there, and then we can explore where they came from, origins and stuff later on.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I love the idea of an establishing shot of like under a bridge, a cardboard box that's like HQ.
Like a dog sitting on it and stuff like that. And then like literally like they're inside of it, and like you can see the side of the box just gets damper and damper. Like,
oh my gosh, that's
and
good.
it's Findlebar that's doing it.
Yeah, Finbar
doing it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, all right. So that brings me to the kind of a scope question. How much of this do you want to be funny? How much of it do we want to take it seriously? Like, is it pure comedy, or is it action adventure comedy?
I mean, excuse me. I think we can still. I know I'm already yawning. I think we can still like it should still be fun and like have a bunch of action. I think that would be great to do, but I think it should it started off as like a fun experiment. I think it should kind of be funny, like some like a good amount of comedy. That's kind of my
yeah.
We got to pause for a brief announcement that Trey 50 Daniel has reemerged.
Oh my gosh, he's back. Hashtag one man fan.
He has returned when we need him most. We really appreciate it, Trey. Thank you very much.
We have to.
Yeah, right now, Trey.
We're going to say a very instrumental time that Trey, you came back. We needed your moral support for this.
We needed your energy, bud.
Yeah,
we're coming up with some creative new characters right now, and we're basically our original goal was to try and come up with something that was better than Marvel's attempt at the new Warriors, which are awful.
Which has been canceled, I believe.
I believe you're right. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Cal, are you in the witness protection program? Like, what's
why?
There's a story I was reading
Did my voice sound? Wait, does my voice sound weird?
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You're backlit, so you can't really see your face.
I once worked on a comic book.
You know what? I was tabbed out, so maybe after a while it turns off the camera.
It's like
weird.
You're like
very cool like that, but
that's really weird. I don't know why it does that.
Just like a speaker. I was the original of the Drifters.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So we are. We're now we have come up with all the characters, and we are into the storylines and the villain, and we're getting kind of deep. We're getting kind of deep into this thing. It's kind of cool. It's starting to feel good. You know what I'm saying?
An action comedy, heavy on
action comedy. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that suits a lot of you guys too. Like, you guys are pretty funny dudes, so it's going to be good to have, you know, your creative energy going toward the funny.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Right on.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So all right. So then, so the limitations we're kind of talking about, and I do think that helps you creatively stay within the boundaries. And we know it's an action comedy. It's heavy on the comedy, heavy on the action. And it's we're going to keep it localized adventure at first, which will be with them in their halfway house. The villain is going to be trying to kill Cezanne, so we've got sort of that covered. And we even know how the story is going to end with, well, we're probably going to change that. But we can still probably use the fact that she gets kind of bloated from energy, and that patient zero is kind of the lethal dose that takes care of her.
And you want to have your fastball special to finish it off with?
Definitely do that.
Yeah. Ends with the fastball special.
Definitely does. All right. So is that a good enough skeleton, Cal, or do we need to keep building the skeleton?
That's a great start. And then we can, you know, for tonight, obviously, since we're, you know, kind of at our max, if we kind of build onto that next week, or maybe we can kind of, you know, message throughout the week and get a more solid, you know, outline, and then kind of work on it next week. Whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, it's for me, it's hard for me to work, you know, real time like this. Like, I'm so used to sitting down with, you know, with quiet and with my document and just outlining. So this is not, I'm not super good at on the fly outlining, but
well, you've got 2 weeks to stuff out, and then we'll just pretend like we're coming up with it on the fly.
We could always like spitball with Cal off air. And then throw, like, when we come on air again, we can give kind of, we've worked on throughout the week, and that might be something. I mean, that's still, I think, a good way to do it.
Yeah, and look at this as a creative experiment, right? Like, it's a way to kind of figure out how you can come up with some things on the fly that you actually keep, because we definitely didn't keep everything. If you go back and watch some of our early videos,
especially the first character, we really threw a lot of that out.
Yeah, a lot of that, because it was so bad. It was terrible. So there's a lot of spitballing, and that really, but when you throw all the spaghetti at the wall, you do get some really cool stuff, and that's why I think it makes a fun video to watch for people, and I also think it makes it
nothing
fun.
Without my idea. This was nothing without me.
Obviously, we have kept your major ideas. You're in.
Have you though?
Yeah, you came up with like 3 other characters. What are you talking about? There's only 6 characters total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's only 7 really, but you came up with 3 out of 7.
Changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah. I'm about to put my Crybaby Award together. Hold on a second.
I'm done. Give us your chance. It's done.
It's over. Yeah, I'll have it set up ready for next time.
I'm a big boy again. We're good.
I'm
a big boy now.
But for real, it is kind of fun to see, like, you know, to come up with stuff like this. You know, this has not been, you know, this team has never been come up with, you know, nobody's ever came up with this exact team before. And it's kind of fun to do as part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is definitely, for me, it's fun to just kind of doing it live, to me, makes it more sort of like thrilling a little bit. It makes it a little bit more dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
So I really think that does add a creative element to it. Mm-hmm. But I definitely understand too about taking what you do live and then going back to the the lab with it and actually trying to make it work out. So that's where Cal would definitely be a humongous benefit to us to be able to go back and create sort of a better skeleton than we've come up with. And then we can go live again and we can kind of throw more spaghetti at the skeleton and see what happens.
Yeah,
right.
Throwing spaghetti at the skeleton. I like that.
Me too. I like it.
I genuinely do think that there's some really good material in here. Like, I think it could be a really funny project. So
it's like most of the time, like my thing is that comics are good enough in themselves, right? Comics is the pinnacle of creativity. A lot of people will want to make comics because they want to see it become something else. But I prefer the comic book format as the sort of like the pinnacle of whatever creative storytelling you can do, right? Because you can do anything, and you can do it on a really small budget. But for this particular project, I would say that it really already feels like a Netflix superhero team drama.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Like Mystery Men
it does.
From 90s there.
Yeah, Mystery Men. It's very Mystery Men. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Good one. And I think it like, I'm not saying we need to go for that, but maybe like if that's the creative energy that it already has, maybe we kind of like get in the vein and think about it like that.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, no, I think it's great. I'm really excited about some of these guys, and I think that if we really put a little bit of effort into it, it could be something else. I think ultimately, if you guys are in on it, it could be a crowdfunded book, and I do think we want to figure out probably an artistic team to go with it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we could figure out that later. But I mean, I don't mind doing the artwork. I can definitely do some of the artwork, but I want to keep my energy going toward Hero too. You know.
Yeah, we can find someone.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, do you guys need to plug anything, or did you want to have any last words before we move on out the door?
Buy Starfetched on Apple Arcade and make me some money.
I tried to download that, and my phone is too old to play it.
So long as the download happened.
Is it still? Is it being sold a la carte now, like by itself, or is it still?
You gotta have an Apple Arcade specifically.
Yeah.
But how do you guys how do they funnel money to you guys if people are just getting an arcade subscription?
It was something with the downloads gets some kind of token to developers, and I didn't really understand all the specifics behind it, but I get a paycheck.
Cool. I did my part. Woo!
Yeah, everyone can do their part. Just download it. You don't gotta play it. You don't gotta like it. You give it a crap review. It's all good. Just download it.
I will say that the best thing about that game is the art.
That's probably the only good thing about that game.
It was fun for a while. Like I played it for a few hours, and I think I was trying really hard to I forget what it was. This was a long time ago. This is when you first told me about it. But I remember trying to figure out how to go back and do things I couldn't do before with new abilities and stuff.
Yeah, it's I mean, no one watches this. It's very buggy. We had the idea was to make a game, and I think I've said it a few times, but the idea was we were just going to make this game. Whenever it got done, it got done. We were planning on probably a couple of years it'll be done, and then we had the Apple Arcade gave us a deal to make it for that, and they're like, yeah, you have 6 months, and so what was originally going to be all these big grand ideas for this 2-year long project and cramming it all into 6 months, and that's what happened. And we lost the developer halfway through, which really sucked.
Yeah.
Had to get a new one or a couple new ones to kind of make up. They had to learn his code, and it was a mess, but it got done.
It's out there, man.
It got done. That's all I can say about it. It got done.
Hey, and getting something done is that's the major thing you got to do. There's so many people who have a lot of things that they try to accomplish, a lot of great ideas, but unless it gets done and becomes something, it's nothing.
Yeah, I was proud of it just because of the amount of work I got done on it in that little amount of time, because I've never drawn that much in my life. So I'm proud of how it, looked, and it
Yeah. It looks great. I love the style. You definitely have a cool, like, I guess I would call it a cartoon, but really kid, like kid friendly, like really attractive to kids. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah,
man.
it's all meant to be for the kids mostly. I mean, it's for my kid, so it's based on my son. So
yeah, that's cool, man. It's a great thing. Cal, you had some new artwork shown. I saw maybe a new cover for the Sides book, Sasquatch versus.
Yeah. Let me pull that up real quick and.
Pull it up. Let's look at it, man. Looks pretty amazing.
I keep waiting to see like water rising where Dan is right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's singing. I can hear it.
My daughter's singing. She can't stop. It's awesome and cute, but she's incorrigible because he can't get her to shut up.
2-year-old ABCs lately. He won't stop. It's all day. Come on.
Yeah.
Calls.
Yeah.
ABCD.
Jeez. Hold on, I'm almost there. I downloaded it. Now I got to open.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But basically, it's a cover to you guys funded to a point to where you actually were able to create a Shinobi Sasquatch versus
Monster MD.
Yeah, versus Monster MD, and it's this whole. Is it a 22-page book or a 28-page book?
I think it's 22.
Okay.
But it's actually just the first 22. It's actually going to be another full campaign we're going to do later.
Okay. But anybody who backs Shinobi Sasquatch gets that book, correct?
Yeah, anybody who backs either Monster MD or Shinobi Sasquatch at any level other than digital gets a copy. You get one. If you back both books, you get one copy. Because it's a lot of extra money.
How are you gonna coordinate that?
I honestly don't know. I've been talking with Vaughn about it off and on, and at one point he was talking about doing one for each, and I'm like, dude, please no. My gosh, that is so many extra books.
My two side comics.
That's like 1,500 books for me. Like that's my paycheck is bye if we have to do that. So that would be. And I've already used some of it, so
I don't care about your paycheck.
I know you don't. Okay, so here's that. If you guys want to pop that up.
Dang, look at that.
He's not done, obviously, but that's Heidi in her camping gear, as voluptuous, more voluptuous than she's ever been. And you've got Dr. Wyatt Black looking exactly like John Constantine.
I was going to say.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to say it.
Well, the thing is, so Rob, I don't think Rob, Rob's not. He hasn't been reading comics for a while. Like back in the '90s, he read a lot of Image, but like my point is, John Constantine did not flavor this Image for him. It's just the original design, of the manga or anime style transferred over to Rob's style ends up looking just like John Constantine because that's. I mean, Dr. Wyatt Black looks like John Constantine. It's just we've never seen him like manga style before.
Yeah, so he has blonde hair in this because it's not colored.
Yeah, what color is his hair in the regular book? It's brown. It's
black, brown or something, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's brunette.
But I especially love the Shinobi Sasquatch in the background. I mean, just it's like it's so badass. Like you got got Wyatt and Heidi in the forefront, and then you got. Like Shinobi Sasquatch is just this like larger than life guy in the background. Yeah. Oh man, it's just
big old eyebrows.
Awesome. Yeah,
they definitely upped her the lump in this one. That's I did notice that.
I did want to. I did want to share. No, we're gonna. I think we're having. Wait. I don't remember if I paid for colors for this or not because I'm done paying for it. I think it's all black and white. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? I hate paying for stuff.
Who's doing the interior art?
Marco, who did Monster MD.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on.
It looks really good, too.
I've seen some of those pages. They look great.
Yeah, it was gonna be Rob, but Rob, he's
there's no way.
too much going on.
He's forbidden to take on any more work.
Yeah, well, I mean, as much as he can be.
Man, this looks really good.
No. I'm also looking for my Veil of Night art, but I can't seem to find it.
Is that Jimmy Reyes?
Well, now my artist for it is this guy Joe Wills, who's really, really good.
Joe Wills. I know that name.
But is it on my desktop? Hold on, seriously, you guys got to see this. The pages are coming. Like page 1, he penciled it and he's inking it. Looks really good, but the cover he did like a new version of Jimmy's cover that Jimmy did. So what we're doing is like Jimmy and I were gonna do Veil of Night, and then Jimmy hooked up with an old writer friend of his named Dave Philpott, and they wanted to do this book Dragon Rage, and so he handed off Veil of Night to Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe has been just like slaying this project. I mean, he's coming up with ideas. Like, he read the script and he's sending me notes. And I'm like, I should probably just let him write this book and just bow out, because he has such a better grasp on fantasy than I do. He's coming up with all kinds of great stuff. But I mean, it's what it's going to look like is it's going to be a better book overall, because we have a writer who picks up on that, or we have an artist who picks up on the fantasy stuff really well. But I can't find it right now, so whatever. I'll unshare my page. But yeah, I'm sure I have something on my Twitter feed at some point about it, and it's the wallpaper on my phone, so I'm sure I have the art somewhere. I just can't friggin' find it. Someone else plug something and then come back to me. So I want to show you guys this art. It's really good. So
I'm looking for something to open up. Hold on just a second.
Trey, I'm very curious about whatever game you're working on. Shooter survival game.
Tell us, Trey. I'm looking for something too. Maybe I do.
Wow.
Super exciting stuff for everybody right now.
Well, here, I'll share my the comic I'm working on while we kill some time.
Yeah.
Because I have it readily available. Here we go. Oh, that's something else I'm working on. Get rid of that. There we go. Here's mine. Let me start from the top. Here. Starfetched. Not the video game, but the comic.
What?
Hold on. Sorry. Gotcha.
You good now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So this. I was talking about the game, but this is the comic that inspired the game that I started over once the game was done. So this is all about a little boy named Reese Randall who sees a strange star in the sky one night and builds a cardboard spaceship with his sister Lily to go take an adventure into space to go find out what the star is. So it's kind of based on the story Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and this kid goes in a little spacesuit in a cardboard ship and has a little space adventure. So I'm currently working on it. I'm not launching any campaigns until it's done. But here's a good chunk of the art for now, though.
That's beautiful, man. Great job.
Yes. Yeah. None of mine showing off all the earlier pages because
I love that picture at the bottom there with them hanging out in that fishbowl or the gas ball. That's cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much I'd be drawing glass when I did this, but I feel like I'm drawing glass all the time.
You've gotten good at it. It's good.
It's the one thing I got good at while working on this. Yeah. Draw glass really good. Anyway,
That's cool, man. Well, guys, I got to show off Hero a little bit.
Do it.
Do it.
I got to show off. I'm so just happy about it being to the point where it is. Hold just a second here. Share screen. This is lettered pages.
Oh, mercy.
Awesome.
I haven't seen the letters yet.
Oh man,
Have I?
I don't think so. Probably not. This is actually edited lettered pages. So
Who's editing?
we got about 3 different friends who've helped us with editing. Some family members and then actually Comic Book Bob helped us out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we've gotten a lot of eyeballs on it.
So there's going to be some stylistic choices for how things are written or said, but it has been edited by people that know grammar and punctuation and spelling better than us.
Good. That's important.
Yeah.
I have a hard time handing off anything to editors because I'm really anal about grammar and stuff. So I feel like I'd be wasting money.
I write absolutely atrocious as far as like grammar and punctuation and everything. So I have to have somebody who is good at that stuff to fix it. Because I basically write like I talk. So
a lot of writers are that way, you know. That's why editors exist, I think, because writers aren't generally super great at that stuff. But
yeah.
I thought you had to be, so I really leaned hard into that when I was.
Mutt, can I just say I love how you draw hands? I can't draw hands to save my life, so I love when people have a good grasp of how to draw hands.
I do many hand shortcuts that I learned by looking at a lot of Jack Kirby books. Yeah, like you can definitely right here is a good example. This is a shortcut Kirby hand right here, you know, and it's cartoonish, but it gets the job done.
Yeah,
instead of like sitting there and looking at. Like because I could sit there and look at how your hand is supposed to go, or I could just make it a stylistic thing. Not just use that shortcut.
I noticed that right away just because I struggle with hands. This looks amazing.
Yeah. I struggle with noses. Noses is my worst.
So I just do a little boop and done.
Yeah, I get caught up in too much detail. But one thing I do, like this is not a nose. Especially look at that. That's not a nose. What is that? That's a growth of some kind.
It's a
right.
It's a thing. It looks like a nose to me, but I'm not an artist, so.
Well, it's not really a nose. There's no such thing as anybody with a nose like this.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I've discovered is that my colorist is really good at helping me, especially with noses. So Eugen makes my terrible markings look like real noses.
That's good.
Yeah,
when are you guys shipping this?
As soon as possible.
I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, we're going to get
as soon as it gets back.
Yeah, we'll get the printer proof in here really soon. And then as soon as the printer proof is looked over really good, and I think it's going to be tight. I'm a little worried about, colors and everything like that. So once we get it in and it's good, it should be a pretty quick turnaround on printing and shipping it to us. So then we can start going.
Look at that.
Okay. Speaking of shipping, have any of you guys got, just side note, any of you guys gotten Graveyard Shift 2 yet? Or did you guys back it?
I know doing the where to cover until I think this week or next.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, he's doing the first campaign and then he's doing the where to cover after that.
So, I mean, I wrote, you guys know I wrote I wrote the epilogue to book 1, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, book 2. I don't know, whatever. I wrote something. But I started seeing people getting them, and then somebody messaged me and said they were reading my story and they liked it, and I was like, why haven't I gotten it? And it's because I didn't back it initially because I thought I would get a free copy because I wrote part of the book, and I didn't get a free copy, and so then Andrew Huerta's cover came out, and I had to have that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just back that one.
Yeah, he's doing those. He has them all in, but I think he was shipping those ones after people started getting the first.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting all excited. I saw them start getting delivered. I was like, oh, when am I gonna get mine? And I'm like, oh, I'm not. Ship mine
That Huerta cover is
too much, Mutt. Don't shoot too much.
I was wondering what Dan was gonna yell at you.
We're gonna read the whole book.
This is as far as I can go right here. It's my limit.
Do one more. Do one more. I just want to see Dan panic.
Oh, ouch!
Gosh, cut the freaking. There you go. Okay, good.
I like the cowboy hat guy. What's his name again?
Volk.
Yeah.
Volk.
I like him. He's a knife expert guy, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
Look at that face. It's great.
He's a murderer.
Yeah,
He's a murderer, bro.
Great teeth, though.
he's got teeth.
Those are some great teeth.
Yeah,
Shiny and white.
Yeah.
Brushes.
Look at that crazy eye he's got.
Oh, that scar is awesome. I love that eye.
Yeah. He's cool, man. He's got a good backstory. Wait till you see what happens with our book. I think people are genuinely going to be happy. I really do.
Well, we're not like, we're this book is supposed to be just fun, and it's going to be a lot of action. We're not like trying to take ourselves so serious like a lot of books that come out. Like, it's just going to be a fun book. We are creating a new world, and we're just trying to have a good time and have it. Hopefully everybody feel like you get that comic book experience when you read this.
Good.
That's what we're looking for.
That looks good.
Yeah. I think what people are going to like about Hero is that it's not what they expected. It's got some elements of things they know, right? But it's not really what they know.
Yeah.
So it's an undead guy. Yeah, it's a super soldier, but it's a lot more than that. And I think that people are going to be interested in some of the directions that we could take it in the future.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
I'm looking forward to getting like real reviews back, and I'm hoping that somebody will burn us down and really give us a good scorching.
Somebody.
So we can kind of
I'm on the job.
That's your job, man. Just scorch us and let us know how we can improve it.
I want one of your sweet
my slow jam reviews.
Yeah, I want a slow jam.
I wouldn't even ask for that because I would be too humbled by something like that. But that would be amazing. Yeah, and Cal, honestly, like we definitely want to get your feedback. Like we want to know what you think, and if we need to send you a PDF or whatever, let us know. I can't remember if you backed it or not. But.
Oh, of course I backed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I'll wait till I get the physical copy.
Cool.
Yeah, we definitely
need
want
to talk offline because I missed this campaign completely because I didn't find out
Oh,
about it.
okay.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Well, it is doubled in price, once the campaign's over. But,
Yeah, Mark, you can find it on eBay. I'll send you a link later.
It's your eBay store. They're all going for
$100. Yeah. Well, we don't want to gouge the market. We'll just
yeah, exactly.
Like, look, you saw how much work we put into this.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man.
By the way, I hope your colorist is getting tons of work because that dude is incredible.
He's really good.
Right now, he's on Lost Pages.
Is he doing a Lost Pages one?
Yeah, he's doing Lost Pages. Yeah.
All of it, or just one of the stories?
I'm sure he's doing the whole thing.
I think he's doing the whole thing. Yeah.
And
he did.
It's a shared universe, so it would make sense if he's going to get all their work probably.
Forgive me, but what is that?
That's Philip
the
Diaz.
Magic Cop guys.
Yeah, Magic Cop guys.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Good guys, and they really work hard to produce good stuff, and they have got him on that project, so it's going to look beautiful.
Yep.
I love how it doesn't matter what stream is on. Phil's always there. Like he always pops up on everybody's stream somehow. If you ever want to tune into, he's just sitting there in his room like that dude is hustling.
Oh yeah,
like nothing I've ever seen. That is impressive.
He is out there. What I've been wanting to do, and this is no slight against anybody. Before I say it, it's no slight against anybody. Everybody's got their own situation that they have to deal with. But I would really like to start a podcast or some kind of a maybe a regular show, which has content about dads, because dads are in a whole different situation. And I don't know who's a dad and who's not a dad, but dads are in a whole different situation, especially when it comes to marketing their project, because you're just so limited in time. You know, you're just so limited, and especially if you got multiple kids and all the family responsibility that goes along with that. You have early morning and nighttime, and you have to figure out how to make the most out of it. So
I get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night because I don't get to do anything until around 10.
That's it. That's the kind of sacrifices that a lot of dads are making on this kind of thing. So I think it'd be a really cool show, maybe for comic book creating dads to watch and get a little bit of inspiration.
Do a dad cast. Let's do it.
Dadcast. I love it. I love it. All of us. Well, we can just make this show the Dadcast next time.
Yeah. We qualify.
Yeah. My wife keeps wanting me to Photoshop all our faces on the U.S. curling team, Olympic curling team.
Yeah. You gotta do that.
She keeps telling me to do it. She's like, you guys are. She's like, that's what I picture your podcast is, or your stream is every time you guys go on there.
Yeah. Please do.
It's the curling dads.
That's something you got to make happen. So. Go ahead and put it out there. All right. Well, I think we've bored everybody enough. Let's go ahead and say our salutations and get on out of here.
Real quick, I did find that cover I want to show you guys.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This will take a moment, but a moment.
He lost it again.
No, it's there. It's there. Is it? Crap. What did I do? Stop sharing.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to give shout outs to everybody that has joined us tonight. Hopefully they'll come back and watch it if they didn't watch all of it. Thank you, Trusty. Always there for us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, Johnny, for showing up, and we're really looking forward to seeing your colors on that piece. That would be fantastic. Let's see. Thank you, Era. That was rude. Thank you, Ara, for showing up and helping us out tonight. Era? And please come back again. Era.
Hey, Era.
And then
thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah. And thank you, last but not least, Trey. We really appreciate you. All right.
Trey's the man.
Trey's the man. All right.
Skull right there.
Dude, look at that.
Look at his teeth. He has nice teeth.
Is that Macho Dan's skull?
Yeah, it's a skull, man.
Did you kill Macho?
I'm not clear on whose skull.
Why is he wearing a very ladylike?
Oh,
I wrote scary. This thing, and I don't know whose skull that is, and I don't know what wolf that is. But no, Jimmy
skull, and that's
Jimmy. Jimmy designed the cover before I wrote before I finished the first script, and some of the stuff that was on the cover wasn't in our talks, so it's I'll work it in. There'll be a wolf eventually and a skull, I guess.
With a crown. I got one of those crowns just like that.
Okay. Well, that is Macho then. That's Macho's skull. The teeth tracks.
Canon. So. You guys heard it. It's canon.
It is now canon officially.
Anyway, this is the cover for Veil of Night, which was going to be a standalone book, and then we were going to do an anthology with Dragon Rage, and then recently they decided to just go standalone again. So this will be a 24-ish page thing, I guess. I don't know.
Cool. Hey, can you zoom in a little bit so we can see some of that detail?
How you do that? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So this is wings.
Fire on that blade. Sweet.
And he's been Joe's been designing blades for the Hex Knights, which are like, they're not on the cover here, but they're like they're like the stormtroopers for this evil witch queen here.
Yeah.
And this is the protagonist, Victoria. She just turned 18 and she manifested her powers. She's got cool sword in her hand, which is not in the book also, but this is This is when you don't coordinate writing with the cover. But anyway, this is Merrick. He's a he's a good guy. And there's this wolf that he will get. That's
Are you ripping
Finbar.
off our ideas? Is that you stealing?
Yep, that's Finbar.
Darn it.
This
is his
guy
origin story.
is
Finbar's origin story.
Yeah. This guy's name is Buffalo Will.
Darn it.
This is Margaz. And,
darn it.
This
Really
is the
creative
skull of,
cow.
This is the skull of Buffalo Phil. He's controlling this armored guy.
Yes.
Anyway, keep your eye out.
I love how when you were given the descriptions of the characters, you got to that guy there in the corner, like, this is him, and he's a good guy. And,
well, he's evolving. Like I said, Joe's been giving me lots of great notes, and so like the original trajectory I had for him is kind of different now because I really like the ideas that Joe's got, that Joe's been sending me. So, I'm basically just ghostwriting this for Joe and Jimmy at this point. But no, I'm just kidding. No. I'm joking.
Looks, this image alone is gorgeous. Like, wow.
So, are you guys doing like launching it on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or like?
Yeah, we're doing Indiegogo, and we're gonna probably try and we're gonna pitch it to publishers too.
Sweet.
So, I mean, we'll
projected date, like release date.
We don't have one yet. I know Dragon Rage is a little further along. They've got several pages done. We've just got the cover, and then we've got page 1 is being inked. That's my fault because I was not. I didn't have the finished script. I was kind of waiting on notes, and no one was giving me any. And then I finally, and then Joe was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry, I'm doing so slow. I just don't know what to draw because I don't know if the script is finished." And I'm like, "Well, okay, let's." So we weren't connecting. So now we are, and I got a lot of great notes from him, and I'm rewriting. I'm doing the second draft right now. It's probably gonna be the first time in my career that I've made a second draft, the final draft. I think for Graveyard Shift, I might have done that. Yeah, and I did it for Graveyard Shift, but that's because I was on a like really short time frame. But yeah, so I'm working on the second draft. That should be the final draft, and then I don't know. We'll drop info on Twitter as we know it. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. I had fun creating a fantasy world. I've never done that before, and creating all these different races and I could create a map and everything for it. I went all out. So yeah, it's cool. It was really fun. Anyway.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
All right, Goon Squad. I think that's all for tonight. So I really appreciate you guys, and until next time. Peace.